What is up? Welcome to another episode of Build with the CEO. I'm your CEO of Coach Catalyst, Trevor, and I'm here today to talk all about front end offers. This is our Tuesday show. Every Tuesday I come on. Sometimes I bring on a guest. Sometimes I'm hanging out solo like I am today, and I'm going to help give you guys some ideas and maybe help you think about your business a little bit differently and ultimately help you build a better business. So today, like I said, is all about front end offers. Okay. So before we even get into the X's and O's of front end offers, let's talk about what a front end offer is. Some people may call it a low barrier offer, but it's simply like an entry point into your business that isn't your main offering. So if we're thinking about, let's call it dating, right? Or marriage. Marriage would be your coaching offering. What is the main thing that you offer? A lot of coaches offer one-to-one, or in a brick and mortar world, maybe that's a full-on group program or personal training. They're your main coaching offering, like the thing that pays the bills. The front end offer is really like dating. It gives the prospect an opportunity to come in. It allows them to kind of get to know you as a coach. It allows them to get a quick win. And it allows them to see if this is something that's going to be able to help them in the future. Front end offers aren't built to completely solve a client's program or solve a client's problem. They're built to as just an entry point. We want to solve like a small component of that person's problem, or get them started on the path towards the bigger thing that they want to accomplish, right? So one mistake I see a lot of people make with front end offers is their front end offers are much different than their actual coaching program. And when I say much different, I'm talking about price points. So if my main price point for my coaching program is $500 a month, I probably should run a front end offer for $21. Okay. They're going to attract a different person, a different prospect. And so we probably won't have very good conversions from the front end offer, because that's what a front end offer is, right? It's a tool to allow us to move people into our main program, right? One program that we have inside of Coach Catalyst, Transform in 4, is what I would consider a front end offer, right? It's a really good program to give someone a great jump start. They can lose 8 to 10 pounds in that time frame, start educating, but they probably don't actually get to their ultimate goal. But it's a great way to start working with them. And so what I'm encouraging you today is to think about what you can create for your business as a front end offer. So if your coaching program is, let's say, 12 weeks long, can you create something that's maybe 21 days or 4 weeks long, 28 days long, that allows you to start the relationship with people? Because it's a lot easier for someone that doesn't really know you to jump on a quick 21-day thing than to jump into a 12-week program. Like, it's fine for people to just go straight into the 12-week program, but sometimes we need to warm people up a little bit more. And so this could be a nutrition reset. It could be something like Transform in 4 that we use inside of Coach Catalyst. If you're in the offline world, maybe it's like a 7-day program or a 7-day pass and like an in-body scan or something like that. So there's a lot of ways to frame this, but think about your core program as being like the marriage, and then your front end offer is really like your first date. Okay. That's how we're thinking about this stuff. And there's nothing that works forever. You have to try different things and put different things out there to see what resonates with people. And just to give you some examples, right, on how like this works, and even like Coach Catalyst, right? Business is business. And so at Coach Catalyst, we have a 14-day trial. Right? That is our front end offer that allows someone to come in and use the platform and get a ton of value in 14 days. And then they can decide whether or not it's a good fit for them. And then they move into one of our paid programs, our core programs, right? You just saw this with Supercoach CRM. So with Supercoach CRM, we just ran a promotion, our spring promotion, where a coach got 3 months for the price of 2. Okay, that was our front end offer. There's nothing after that. There's no obligation to stay after that. Right. And so, but we feel like we're going to be able to provide such great value in that time frame that people will stay. So it's like your audition as a coach. right? And getting them value. And so I kind of have this framework here around building a great front end offer. And it's all around like what we call the 4 Ps. Okay. The 4 Ps. So there's 4 things we want to look at. We want to look at price. We want to look at our promise. We want to look at our package. And then we want to look at our path moving forward. And so we want to make sure that we execute each of these. And I would literally just like write all this stuff out when you're building your front end offer to make sure that we're executing all of them. Okay. So first P is price. Okay. We want price to be relatively close to what our normal pricing is. Some coaches will even actually go above that for this particular short-term program or front-end offer. And so again, if you offer coaching for, let's say, $500, it's probably worth creating a front-end offer that is in the 50% to 75% of that offer. And you might have to play a little bit with price point, but what could you create for $300 to $400 that's going to provide a ton of value, right? It's going to allow someone to kind of try you out, make a micro commitment, and then allow you to showcase your coaching superpowers, right? That's what we're looking for with the front end offer. What's one little aspect of that person's journey that you could help them solve that they're actually looking to solve as well, right? And so price point is first. Okay. If you want a little bit lower resistance, maybe you want a little bit more volume, we can go a little bit lower, right? But the whole goal of this is to convert. We don't want our front end offers, our challenges, or anything like that to be the sole thing. And so we want people to convert. So we need the right people in those front end offers. We need to solve actual problems in those front end offers and then move them into our longer term coaching programs. Okay. So the first P is price. The second P is going to be our promise. Okay. If you've listened to any of the episodes, I talk a lot about like the marketing statement or your statement for your business. I help XYZ person achieve XYZ result in XYZ timeframe using the XYZ method, right? That's like our marketing statement. We can easily tell someone how we're going to help them or how we help people, what we help people do. So the promise needs to be clear and it needs to be outcome based, right? So we want something like, I'll just give you a weight loss example, like lose 10 pounds in 4 weeks, right? It's very clear. If I want to lose weight, that's going to resonate with me. If I want to gain muscle, probably not going to resonate with me. So all of this comes back to knowing who our market is. Who is the person that we're serving or who is the person that we want to serve, right? What are their problems? And then what are the outcomes they are looking for? Okay. And then build a statement around that, right? Because your front end offer needs to solve a problem, right? It needs to have a clear outcome. What can you get them in 21 days or 28 days? What are the problems your people have? Do they have issues with pain? Are they looking for weight loss? Are they looking for muscle gain? I actually just had a call with a guy today who has a really cool market. He helps hikers get rid of foot and knee pain. Okay. If you're a hiker and you love to hike and you got foot and knee pain, you know that that is going to limit your ability to go out there and hike. And so you're going to be looking for solutions. So if he is the guy that helps hikers get rid of foot and knee pain, like that's what he does. Sweet. Right now, if we got a little time frame around that, right? In 21 days, in 3 short workouts, whatever that may be, right? We want to give it some context. Okay. We want to give it some context so it's really clear to understand so that if someone knows that they have the problem and they see that you have the solution, there we go. We sign up, right? Next one is package. Okay. Package. When we're building this, what is the package? What is included? What's going to make this feel like a no-brainer? How do we stack the value? So much value in this thing that it would just be stupid not to buy, right? Is it workouts? Is there a community aspect to it? Is there accountability? And that's actually one of the pieces that I really, if you are in the weight loss transformation world, the accountability one, I think, is one that you can hit really hard because most people know. They know what they need to do, right? They know that they should be Sorry, I bumped my mic, so my mic might have got, hang on 1 second here. Let me see what my mic is doing here. Let me see if it switched me over. All right, I think I lost my mic, so we'll talk a little bit closer to the computer. So hopefully we can still keep some good audio here. Let me see if I can change it. No, it won't let me change it while we're live. So, all right, we'll keep rocking and rolling here. So we'll come back to it. So if you're in the weight loss or transformation world, right, most people know that they should be moving, they should be working out more. They know what to eat, right? They're just not really executing on it. But the missing factor that a lot of them have is the accountability, right? They know what to do. They know they should be doing it, but they're just not doing it. And so that could be the potential selling point is, hey, most people know that most people need to move, they need to eat correctly, and then they need the accountability around it. And the accountability is where most people is the leg that most people are missing in their system, which is why they're not successful. And so if we help them, our program helps provide that accountability so that you know exactly what to eat, you know exactly what to buy when you're at the store, and you know exactly what to do every time you're going to work out, right? And then we have a coach that's going to hold you accountable to actually executing that. So that's usually the missing piece for a lot of people, right? And so we just need to put all of that into our package, right? The package is really the deliverables. How are you going to make all of this happen and make it really easy for the client? One thing when you are building this too, when we are thinking about features, right? Workouts are a feature, community is a feature. Add the word so that afterwards. That's a really easy way to frame it into a benefit to that client, right? Because if a client could sit on the couch, watch Netflix, and eat donuts and get the result they want, and scroll on their phone, that's probably what they would do, right? Because those are easy, right? And so we need to relate the feature back to the benefit. You know, workouts. We've got done for you workouts so that you can be efficient when you're in the gym or doing the exact exercises you need to help preserve muscle, right? We have a community so that you have a group of people all going through the same thing together and that you can lean on them when things get challenging. Whatever they are, just add so that after it. It's going to help provide context and turn your feature into a benefit. Okay. And then the last piece of the framework, when you are building this out, is what is the path forward? Front-end offers are simply a tool that we use in order to move people into our longer-term coaching programs. Because the vast majority of people need more time, right, to achieve the result. They're going to need more coaching. And so we want the path forward to be very clear. We're not just selling front-end offers or challenges here, right? We're selling coaching, a longer-term coaching. So the goal of all front-end offers is the upsell. The best way, the absolute best way to do this is human to human interaction, right? If you are running a front end offer around some sort of program, maybe they do a call at the beginning with you and then make sure that we're doing a call at the end. Right? We want to be able to talk to them, do that consult at the end and help them figure out a path moving forward. Because you want to display your expertise as a coach. And part of your expertise as a coach is showing them the path moving forward, right? Helping to give them that roadmap so that they know what to do and how to execute, right? And so another thing that we can do as far as moving the path forward, so the consultations are great, right? Including doing a consultation at the end to make sure that they understand what to do next. You want to also be kind of dropping hints and teasing kind of the longer term aspects of this throughout the program, talking about my clients that I work with, right? And so we're kind of showing them that there is another path where other people are seeing great results. And you can also be kind of teasing some transformations throughout it. And teasing transformations isn't really the best term, but showcasing success stories, showing people that have had success throughout this. We want to show what it's like if someone does work with you in the long term. And then we just want to make sure that like it's an irresistible offer. It's a no-brainer to continue. And so we just want to stack that stuff into it throughout and ultimately provide value. So when we think about building our front end offer, right, we have our 4 P's here. We've got our price, We've got our promise, and we've got our package, and then we've got our path moving forward. When you're building out your front end offer, we should make a little statement for each of these, right? And before we start putting it out there, let's have all of this stuff dialed in. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of context on like a front end offer. If you need something in more of like the transformation world, definitely check out Transforming 4 inside of Coach Catalyst. That one's really easy. You could really take any of the programs that we've created inside of Coach Catalyst and you could turn them into front end offers depending on what your market wants, right? It could be a quick little lifestyle reset, 21 days, something like that. It could be it could be a short kind of 7-day coaching program. The sky's the limit on this stuff, and just start to get creative with it because we want clients to just make this little like micro commitment, right? It's a whole lot easier to commit to something for 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, right, than it is to jump on a full-blown coaching program. For someone to go from I don't really know Trevor to being coached by Trevor, there's probably a lot of nurturing that needs to take place in order for someone to get there. We can speed that along a little bit by having one of these front end offers, which it just allows us to start building that relationship quicker with that client. And then it allows the client to just try something out. We don't have that fear of the long term that a lot of people will have. And so if it's just 21 days, that's why challenges work so well, right? And much of my gym was built off of challenges. And so that stuff works. Just insert a different name for whatever it is that you want to work on and execute. But if you're really thinking about these 4 Ps, price, promise, package, and then the path moving forward, you're going to set yourself up for a lot of success. And then it's just getting it out there to as many people as possible. And so the people that win with front end offers, right? One, they're talking about them all the time. If one isn't working, they try something else. It's about trying different angles. They provide an incredible experience during that time frame. They are legit coaching. This isn't just like put them on this program. And if our marriage is coaching, we need to be coaching people through this, right? We just shorten the time frame. And then they follow up like crazy, do audio messages, do video messages, provide an incredible experience. And then they have a clear upsell path. So they have a plan to upsell people into normal memberships. And to give you an example from the offline world in our facilities, we typically give people 3 different offers while they're doing one of our front end offers into our main memberships. So the first offer is typically a discount, just like a discount, an early bird type discount to get in there. Or we'll maybe add a value add to that. So we'll just add in some extras that someone may get if they decide to commit right now. The second one typically takes away a little bit of the time commitment. So rather than signing a 12-month membership, they might sign a month-to-month membership. And then the third one is trying to think of what our last one was. Actually, I think our third one is usually the time commitment one. And so the first one is usually a bunch of value add. The second one is usually price, or we maybe give a discount on the first month or something like that. And then the third one is taking away some time commitment. So if someone agrees to one of those, they don't get the other offers. But everybody maybe has a different reason on why they don't sign up. So yeah, I mean, that's at the end of the day, this is just a way to get some people in the door, right? Get them in the front door, and then this is a great way to just start building those relationships with people. So if you don't have a front end offer, it's a good thing to spend some time, energy, and effort on. If you do have a front end offer, if it's working, keep pumping it. If it's not working, maybe try a different angle, maybe try a different one. I think it's good to rotate some front end offers throughout the year because people are going to resonate with different things, and you're always getting new eyeballs on your socials, you're getting new eyeballs in your email list. And so rotating some of these things out can be a great way to execute. So if you have any questions with front end offers, definitely drop a comment in the Facebook group. Throw it on the video, tag me in it. I'm more than happy to help work through some stuff if that's where you need some help. But that's it. Get one out there. Start putting this stuff out there. Let me know how it goes. So that's it for Tuesday. My name is Trevor, CEO of Coach Catalyst, and I am back here next Tuesday. See you guys later. Bye.